What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Instead of doing an entire look, I'm gonna go into detail on how to get a super blended eyeshadow look doing this look right here. I just feel like sometimes when I do a makeup tutorial, I'm not able to go into too much detail on certain parts of a look because I'm trying to keep the tutorial as short and sweet as possible, and it gets, it gets complicated. And then sometimes I get messages from you guys saying that you tried to recreate the look and it's not looking the same. And I feel like that's because some things need a little more explaining, like eyeshadow. So in today's video, I'm gonna be going into detail and really focusing on eyeshadow and all my little tips and tricks on how I get it to look super blended. Also, if you guys have been interested in the new Makeup Forever eyeshadows that were recently released, I am going to be using them in today's tutorial, and they are incredible. A little pricey, kind of pricey, very pricey. They're really expensive eyeshadows. They come as singles and you can put them in these magnetic palettes, but I just thought it was the perfect opportunity to use them in a video. This is not sponsored, just wanted to, use them in this tutorial. So if you're interested and want to see how I got this eyeshadow look, keep on watching. Whenever I do the skin first, since the makeup is already done around the eyes, it makes it so that I can just blend the eyeshadow out into the rest of the skin. If you practice and get the hang of it, it does become a lot easier, I promise. And I do have a trick for catching fallout. I like to create a shadow shield using powders. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that using the Perfect Setting Powder by COVERFX. This layer of powder that I'm laying down underneath the eyes is more so just laying on top. I'm not really pressing it into the skin. I'm just lightly laying it down on top of powder that's already there. The way I do it is I take a powder poof. This one is from LH Cosmetics. I scoop up a good amount of powder and then I just kind of glide it on top of the eye. I never add my foundation or concealer to my actual eyelids unless I'm using it as my eyeshadow base with a really simple look. So I tend to work around that area. I apply a little bit of the foundation on my brow bone and obviously this inner corner and outer corner, but I apply nothing to the actual eyelid. And I love, you guys already know this or see this coming, I love the NUDESTIX Magnetic Matte Eye Pencils as my eyeshadow base. They go on really creamy, but they dry down matte, they don't crease, they stay put, and these really make your eyeshadows pop because they do have color to them. My favorite ones, I've mentioned these a million times in my favorites videos and in all of my makeup tutorials, but my favorite colors are Fig, Slate, Chocolate, Taupe, Moon, and Terra. And I think for today, I'm gonna use Terra. All I'm gonna do is apply this onto the lid closest to the lash line, and then I'm gonna blend it up towards the crease using a Linda Hallberg LH Cosmetics 304 brush. And when I blend this outer edge, because there's already foundation and powder there, it can cause the foundation to ripple. So instead of blending in this direction, try blending inward. And you can also start kind of outlining that outer wing that we're gonna create with the eyeshadow. Foundation powder. I definitely consider this to be my secret weapon when it comes to blending out eyeshadow because it is the color of your skin. So by applying this to the brow bone and outer edge of the eye, it's going to make the rest of the shadow blend out flawlessly into the rest of the skin. So I always use a foundation powder. Today I'm using the Bare Pro foundation in the shade Golden Ivory. I'm just gonna take a Smith 232, my absolute favorite eyeshadow brush in the whole world, and just dust it onto the brow bone and down to the crease, also on the inner corner part of the eye and outer corner. And for the eyeshadow today, I'm using these new Makeup Forever shadows. They are so good, so creamy, not a lot of fallout, really blendable, really pigmented. They're just so beautiful. And this little palette right here, they are customizable. You can buy these as singles and then put them into these magnetic palettes. But these singles all go really, really well together. So I'm gonna create a spotlight eye today and show you guys how to blend that out. So the first thing and the easiest way to get a really blended look on top of, using the foundation powder is to use a transition shade. So I'm gonna be using this color right here in the middle and that same Smith 232 and just kind of fluffing it into the crease. And always keep in mind, wherever the brush touches first is gonna have the most pigment and the most color concentrated in that area. So when applying your shadow, you don't wanna start in this inner corner because we don't want that to be the darkest area. We want it to be out here. So we're gonna start out here on this corner and blend inward. And then with this transition shade, you can also start outlining that outer wing that we're gonna create with the shadow. Next, I'm gonna go into this dark brown purpley eyeshadow shade over here. And when you want an eyeshadow to be really concentrated in one area and really dark, you want to use a smaller brush. This one is from Real Techniques. What I'm going to do is pick up this eyeshadow and just really pack it on to the inner and outer corner and then blend it out. And then with a smaller blending brush, this is a Smith 230. It's pretty much the smaller version of the Smith 232. I'm telling you guys, these are the best eyeshadow brushes. We're gonna go ahead and start blending this into the crease. So you're picking up the shadow that's already on there and just buffing it into that transition shade. Now that we've gotten that process started of blending this color into the crease, we can pick up some more of that darker shadow onto the blending brush and further blend it into the crease. And then with the original blending brush that has the transition shade on it, I'm gonna further buff this out. I like blending my shadow up really high close to the brow bone. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, stick with the smaller blending brush, but I just love the look of a super blown out smoky eye. And now with that same Real Techniques brush, I wanna create a transition shade for this gold color I'm gonna be using. So I'm gonna pick up this purple and also apply to the inner and outer corner, but because it is shimmery, it's gonna allow this shadow to blend into this one and into the rest of the darker colors a lot better. So we're gonna go ahead and pack this onto the inner and outer corner. And we're just gonna leave that there and go in with this gold shadow. And I find that really shimmery metallic eyeshadows on the lid go on best with your fingers. They just, I don't know, there's something about it. They go on way more glossy and pigmented and they just really stick to the eyelid. So I'm just gonna use my fingertip with my undone nails. And I'm gonna press this gold color onto the center of the lid. And I'm doing kind of like a press and glide motion and blending it into those inner and outer corners. And to blend this out, I'm gonna pick up some more of the darker purple brown shadow and that Smith 230 brush and just blend it out. So I'm adding a little more to this outer corner and then blending it into the crease. And then if you ever want to further intensify an eyeshadow, you can always wet it with Fix Plus. So I'm gonna pick up the shimmery purple shade and re-intensify that inner and outer corner with this color. So I'm gonna pick it up on the brush first and then wet it. Try not to wet your brush first and then dip it into the shadow because I find that it kind of ruins eyeshadow that way. So picked it up on the brush and I'm gonna mist it and reapply it to the inner and outer corner. See how it adds just like a little pop? Super pretty. And now I can wipe away the fallout and work on the lower lash line. I'm using a Smashbox Precise Blush Brush to wipe it away. I just like it because it's really, it's kind of stiff. It's not too fluffy. And when you wipe away the Shadow Shield, the powder, you want to do it in one sweep. You don't want to buff it in because then you'll buff the fallout into your skin. So just do it in one good sweep. Now for the lower lash line, in order to make sure it's just as intense as the shadow on the lid, I'm going to go ahead and apply Terra, again, to the lower lash line and then buff it out. And then I'm gonna apply that same transition shade followed by the dark purple shade. And I usually like a really tapered brush for the lower lash line. This is an Urban Decay E209 tapered blending brush. So there you go. Pretty similar to the Smith 230, a little bit longer. But I'm gonna go ahead and apply that transition shade first. And then I'm using that same small Real Techniques brush on the lower lash line with the darker purple. And I'm going to keep this color mainly out here. I don't want to bring it all the way in because then it can kind of drag the eyes down. If you leave it pretty light here, it opens up the eyes. So I'm going to apply most of the darker shade out in this corner. And then one last time, blending it back out with that same Urban Decay brush. Okay, and that is it for the eyeshadow, but I am going to complete the rest of the eyes on camera for you. I'm going to be using this Marc Jacobs highliner in the shade Violet Femme. Violet Femme? Violet Femme. It's a nice light lilac color. I'm going to go ahead and apply that to the waterline. And then for a brow bone and inner corner highlight, I'm going to be using Miss JACIE's Artist Couture highlighter in the shade La Peach. I'm using my Sigma Spotlight Duster F37. I'm just going to do this. And see how it goes on the brow bone? Yes. And then obviously for the inner corner, I'm just going to switch over to a smaller brush and press it onto this inner corner. And that completes this detailed eyeshadow tutorial. I will, of course, list everything that I currently have on my face down in the description box for you guys. And before you head out, let me know if you enjoyed this style of video, being a little more detailed and focused on a specific topic. I will of course always do full-length makeup tutorials, but I feel like sometimes I don't cover everything that needs to be covered in that 10-minute tutorial, and doing a video like this allows me to go into more detail and be a little more specific on how to achieve a certain technique like blended eyeshadow. So let me know if you guys enjoyed it. Maybe I'll turn it into a series. Give me your thoughts down below. We'll come up with something and turn it into a thing. I don't know. We'll see. But if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a like, share it, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.